We will now open the floor for questions for head coach Quentin Hillsman. Once again, if you could please raise your hand, and we'll bring a microphone to you. Second row in the yellow.
Coach, I know yesterday after the game you had said you were pretty familiar with this staff and with the Albany program. Can you just tell us a little more about that familiarity? I know you were upstate for a little bit, not at Albany, but I know these two teams know each other fairly well.
Sure. Well, I mean, we're right up the road, so I've seen their success, and like I said, I watched them play the championship game. Just watched it, just as a fan, because they play well, and I know that Maine has a contrasting style. So I'm a basketball fan, and I love watching good basketball. And Albany's a very good basketball team. They have been ever since Coach Abe has been there. She's won everywhere she's been, and she's a phenomenal coach. So I know when they're winning games, they have a lot of success. And sometimes I always tell our teams, you can win so many games that you kind of forget how to lose. And I think when they've done that.
John on the left.
Coach John Morrow with the AP. What did looking at yesterday's game show you, or what did you get out of that, knowing that with Sharisa in foul trouble, they still found a way to close that game out?
Well, I think that a lot of people get wrapped up into one player, and I never do that, because even yesterday I'm with Army. I was worried about other players getting open opportunities because we focus on one player too much. We understand what we have to do. We understand they make 2 3-pointers a game, and they score 70 points. So they pound the ball inside and they play in the paint. So we have to have a game plan to be able to stop the ball from crossing that foul line on straight line dribbles, stop their wing corner passes into the post, stop their lob passes into the post. And we understand that we have to do a very good job on our interior defense. So I think that when you look at that game, their guards really hurt Florida by making mid-range jump shots and playing off the bounce and getting to the foul line. So we have to be able to control that as a unit and not just as one player.
Pete, second row on the left.
Quentin, piggybacking off of John's question, when people talk about Albany, Richards is usually the first person they bring up, but I'm sure you noticed that Tate scored 28 points yesterday. I'm just wondering if there's anything specific about her that jumped out at you when you were doing the scout.
Well, she's a very aggressive offensive player. She puts the ball on the floor, and she attack. You can't dare her to shoot threes. She's a very capable player. You know, that team is littered with a lot of high major basketball players. And I think that's what's allowing them to win basketball games. And coach has a very good scheme to fit their skill set. So we understand what's at hand, and we know they have multiple players that can make plays and make shots.
In the back, in the middle.
Coach, what's your sense of this team right now? Obviously very confident after yesterday's win over Army, and even the way that you finished out the regular season, the postseason. Concerned at all about your team overlooking Albany, knowing that the Sweet 16 is just a game away here?
Well, as I said yesterday, the whole region is on upset alert. So we're not overlooking anybody. Albany has won 5 straight championships. We won none. So there's no way that I can think in my mind that they're thinking we're just happy to win that first game and going to come in Sunday, just play as hard as we can play and go home. They're not thinking that. Heard it, come on. I mean, we all heard the press conference. We understand what's being said. I don't think they're scared. I don't think they're just happy to be at this game. So we're not overlooking anybody. We just come out and play our game and play hard. We prepare the same way for every team we play in the country, and we don't think the game's going to be easy. And definitely by their press conference, they definitely don't think that we're going to come out and do anything that's going to affect them a whole lot. I think they thinking that it's all about them. So that is what it is.
Seth, second row on the right.
Coach, Albany's contingent yesterday, loud, large. Syracuse fans here, loud again. What do you expect for tomorrow as far as the atmosphere here in the Dome?
I think it'd be a great atmosphere. Obviously, Albany's going to bring some more fans in. I'm sure we will too. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I mean, when you look at the matchup between two teams and the proximity of both universities, should be a great crowd, and it's going to be a great atmosphere for women's basketball. And that's all you really want as as a coach for your players, I'm sure coach wants the same thing too. We want to have a great crowd. We want to have a great atmosphere. For women's basketball is great for our game. Is great for our kids.
Any other questions for Coach? John?
Coach, what level of concern do you have in Brianna Butler's numbers and how she's kind of struggled from three-point range for the past, 4 games or so?
None. My concern is going back and watching the tape, is the 7 shots she passed up. She should have been 1 for 18. Really. She passed up 7 wide open looks, and she got to face the basket and be aggressive. I never have a concern about Brianna Butler missing shots. I have a concern when she starts passing up shots. We want her to keep shooting. We know that Albany's going to be in the zone, and they got to hope that we miss shots. So if they're going to play a 3-2 zone, we're going to shoot 50 threes tomorrow.
John, follow-up?
50?
50.
50. With Brianna,
We shot 40-something against Duke, I think. So, I mean, we're gonna get them up. They're going to sit in the zone. We're going to shoot the ball. I mean, because that's what we do. We're gonna play in transition. We're going to press, do what we do. And if they're going to give us open shots, we got to take them. And we'll shoot 50 of them. And if we shoot 50 of them, we may go 4 for 50, we'll probably lose. But if we go like 14 or 16, different game, right?
back to Brianna, her passing up shots, do you think that's a confidence thing? Do you worry it might be getting into her head?
No, I think it's just being a little unselfish. And I always tell her, when you're passing up shots as a shooter, that's being selfish. We need you to play your role. We need you to shoot the ball, because she's had games to where she gets hot and she's made her first 5. So we got to keep her being aggressive and do what we do and not deviate from our plan. And we get open threes, we got to take the shot, and we got to be aggressive in that. That's the way we play, and that's what we got to do.